back again this morning to do a little hillside ripping. So it got dark on me last night, or I guess at the end of the last video, I think. So I've been trying to film every day and then get home and edit a little bit every night, where maybe I can kind of keep up a little more current and keep knocking out some videos for you guys. So the bad part about it is I will work right up until dark. And since the time change, it seems like when it starts getting dark, by the time you blink, it's already dark. So I don't get to do like any kind of evening or end of the day. It doesn't, you know, walk around. You can't really see in the dark. So I just figured this morning I'm just going to go down this whole hillside, just run the ripper as deep as I can through it, and then we'll spend some time loading up the hydrema and trying to fill that one little hole that I dug up yesterday. So this makes it a lot quicker and easier than wearing out the teeth on the bucket. Just taking this thing, loosen it up, and then, like I said, we'll just start bailing it in the hydrema. We should be able to get that hole filled back in today, even though I'm trying to do it in like 8 or 10 inch lifts. I should have plenty of material to run over there to it. I may just dump it right there in the edge in the middle where I'm able to with the dozer. Kind of push it both directions. That's why I used the excavator last night. I had that one dump so far down in there that it's easier to kind of rake and move it forward and back with the excavator than it was the dozer. But or at least it seemed like it was anyway. But yeah, so hopefully we'll get the majority of this hill cut back even more. The homeowner stopped by and they pretty much left it up to me. They didn't have they weren't really worried, or you know, like a thought or care either way if we pulled the hill back more, or we kind of made it work with what we got. So even though they're moving the house over like 20 feet, I'm still going to try to pull this back some and make it a lot more gradual, a lot easier to mow, and it'll just kind of look better. It won't look like the house was just kind of down in the hole, at least. And I think we can work it in a way, I don't know, I'm kind of wondering about like these 3 trees. One I'm probably going to take out anyways. I noticed the bark's all falling off of it and the top of it's dead, so it needs to go anyways. But I don't know if we're going to get too close to the roots on this one or not, but we'll try to maybe just kind of work with what's there. Like I said, I'll still pop that other one out, but then I just want to kind of, I don't know, that one's probably going to have to go too. Just kind of pull this back and then we'll just curve it around. But well, it's just going to take as much dirt as I got piled up over there. That's how much rocky clay I need to fill that hole back in. So it will take a lot of this, but we will see how far we get with that today. trees down. I took this one down. It's a blackjack tree, and they are usually ugly, and the limbs are like really, really stiff, and it usually drops limbs, so they're just not a very desirable tree. And I'll probably, that's another one right there. The top's been broken out, so, and it looks like the bark's coming off at the bottom. I hate to keep taking more, but they just don't, not a very, I don't know, good looking tree. But I mean, you can tell like these limbs will just snap off, and I usually drop limbs all the time and make a mess. I used to have one in my house before in the yard, and constantly picking limbs up, and just, I don't know, I just don't like them. So we're gonna rip the limbs off there. Probably for tonight, I was gonna start cutting that edge of that hill down, which I may still have time, but wrong direction. I think I'm just gonna kind of pile the limbs and trees up here. I'm probably gonna bring the Peterbilt tomorrow, or maybe even Monday, and haul this brush off. So I'll probably cut everything up tonight and just get it staged and ready. I got the pad done again, so as far as I know, the homeowners haven't been by, and the builder's out of town, so it'll at least make it till next week. But it should be good, especially now that I made the pad, I don't know, 25 or 30 feet wider. And then I took 60, I think it's 65, 66 loads out of the side of this hill to fill that pad in. So I've cut this side back even more, and we extended that. So, but then I took these last couple of those 2 oaks I took off of there, or 3, because they're right there on the very edge. I'm going to try to kind of angle this thing out to the property line, kind of from those piles right there, and then just kind of feather it around, so that way the house didn't look like it was just sitting in like a notched out hill. It'll be, you know, a little more open and stuff like that. Maybe look a little more inviting, or like it's supposed to be there. So, and then now with all these out of the way, it should give me room from here, basically here to the bottom, or the top of the pad. So a lot of dirt's still gonna have to be moved and probably hauled out of here. But it'll be just one nice big gradual slope, so it'll be a lot easier to mow and maintain and look a little nicer. The reason I just rip all the limbs off, like especially those, I'm not using them for firewood. It's just, I guess, a little quicker. It's easier anyway. Instead of having to take my chainsaw and cut off every limb, I can just kind of snap them apart and pile them up. So I don't mind running my chainsaw, but if I don't have to mess with the brush, if I can just wad it up and load it in the truck, I can really care less how neat I tear them apart. So the excavator seems to do a good enough job. But yeah, you can kind of tell the pad, they got it all filled into that dirt over there. This house is almost 6,000 square feet, so once they send me the prints, it's like what was like 78 across and like 79 deep or something. So like I said, it's a great big square. Granted, like the back behind the Hydrema is that's the 79 from the front to the back there. Then it comes over, then it actually kind of dips in or whatever. But I mean, the widest point to make sure to get around there. I think that's got to be under 6 or right around 6,000 square feet, right? I can't math right now. Yeah, 6,083. So, which that's counting the garage and everything, but it's a pretty good sized house to be on one level. Maybe about it for today. It's like almost 4 o'clock, so it'll be dark in another hour and 15 minutes or something. It's like 5:30 now. I mean, it's pretty much dark since they did the time change. Which is kind of annoying, but at the same time, for a little while at least, I kind of enjoy it, because then I gotta I got to get home a little sooner, or I get home a little sooner than what I was in the summertime, so that's kind of nice. You feel like you got a little bit more of an evening or a life, so. But about a month of that, I'll be aggravated that it's getting dark so early and want to work later, so. Yeah, let me get these cleaned up and then start cutting them up. I'll check back with you guys, or if I end up starting on that hill this evening.